Railroad Tiles is a tile placement game based on our very successful series of roll and write games, Railroad Inc. In this game, you draft tiles at the beginning of each round in turn order. There are colored meeples that tell you what the turn order is. Each player takes their pawn, picks a complete column of tiles, and then places them in front of themselves, assembling them to create a network of railways, highways, and stations. The more tiles a player gets, the more to the right their pawn will be, and that will become the turn order for the next round. So the more tiles you get, the later you will choose in the next round. And this adds a layer of strategy that is not present in Railroad Inc., for example, because everyone was drawing the same dice. Here you have to think about the tiles that you want and where that will place you in the turn order in the next round. Also, while the main core of assembling the routes is very similar to Railroad Inc., the scoring mechanism is completely different because now we have pawns, there's trains, cars and travelers. You can place them only when the tokens on the station on the board are in the right part. You will place one or two meeples each round, and you can only place them if the tiles you have on in front of you have the small colored pinpoints that allow you to do so. So you have, this is again another thing that adds strategy, because you know in advance when certain meeples will become available. You know that one turn in advance, so you will then need to try to get the tiles where you can place those meeples, because that's how you make the points. You gain points immediately when you place a meeple. You gain 1 point plus 1 point for each meeple of the same kind that is connected to that position. This kind of rewards you to create, when you create long highways and railways like you did in Railroad Inc., but again with you have to work more for those points in a way. You play for 8 rounds like this. At the end of the 8th round, in addition to the points you collected from your meeples, you can also gain two kinds of bonus points. One is for creating a big rectangle of tiles without gaps, and you gain basically base times 8 of points, so 3 by 5 it's 15 points. And if you see the tiles, there's tiles with a green background and tiles with blue houses in the background. The blue houses are the town tiles, and if you have groups of at least 3 tiles that are adjacent to each other, that's a city, and that's worth 5 points. So the more groups of at least 3 tiles like that you have, the more of these bonus points you get. That's basically it. We also have optional rules. For example, there's objective tiles that you can, each player, you select 3, if you use this variant, you select 3 objectives at the beginning of the game, and each player receives 1 copy of that objective, so everyone has the same. Also, when the same tokens that allow you to place pawns, sometimes they have a small flag, that's the round when you must place one of your objectives. And objectives are tiles that you can use in your landscape. For example, there is the gas station wants to be part of a road that is at least 8 tiles long. Or the stadium wants to be surrounded by tiles where you have placed meeples. Something like that. So you know that you will place them all. You can choose in which order you will place them, but you don't know the exact rounds when you will be allowed to place them. And then on the Kickstarter, of course, this is also a Kickstarter game. It's currently on Kickstarter. And we have many expansions like we did for Railroad Inc. So we have a lake expansion with very nice ferry meeples. We have desert energy where you create a power grid, monuments where you have a small archaeologist moving around your map and placing monuments, and you try to collect sets of different monuments, a lot of stuff.
Okay,